So, I don't know, you want to hear Srila Prabhupada? Or next week we will hear Radha Katha from Srila Maharaj. This very sweet. But until this tomorrow, next week, we can hear Srila Prabhupada to understand more basic. Oh, light, my God. I can see. Okay. He speaks about the spiritual master. Questions and answers. So the question is asked, who follows the path of argumentation? Srila Prabhupada answers on this. As long as people accept the path of dry argument, they cannot find the bona fide spiritual master. The path of argument causes us to doubt the fact that there cannot be any truth superior to or separate from the spiritual master's teachings. So those who follow the path of argument disregard the spiritual master. The spiritual master alone is capable of removing all doubts and misconceptions. Dry argument has no foundation or standing. So the truth received through disciplic succession does not change. It means whatever we speaking and whatever we hear from our Gurudev, it is not based on speculation. It is received through the disciplic succession. And this words or this understanding, what comes down to us, to Srila Prabhupada, does not change. It is always same truth. As our Guru Maharaj argued sometimes or not argued. He said, truth is truth. We cannot change it. If you try to argue on these topics, then you're not able to accept a bona fide spiritual master, or they cannot find even a bona fide. Even if they find, if they argue, they will not understand the teachings of coming down to the disciple succession. So the spiritual master alone is capable of removing all doubts and misconceptions. It's important. This means surrender. Or this means accepting. I may understand or may not understand. So, the truth received through disciple succession does not change. The Spirit Master gives us that unchangeable truth. The conception maintained in the argument-thrown hearts of those who are envious of the Spirit Master is disrespectful towards the Guru and the scriptures. So if someone gives argument, my opinion is like this, or he has his personal argument against, it's a disqualification. It means he has not found Spirit Master. Actually, he does not find. He does not want to find. Because he is not able to surrender or to accept. So he is disqualified. He can never give the truth as it is. So is there no hope for attaining auspiciousness without serving the Guru? The question is, how can we attain auspiciousness if we reject the well-wisher who has come to bestow auspiciousness? The Spirit Master comes from Vaikuntha. The Lord has sent him. How can we go back to Godhead if we renounce his shelter and association? The Spirit Master's mercy is the root of all auspiciousness. So what have we actually done to receive his mercy? Rather, we should renounce our false ego and offer respectful obeisances at his feet. To give up the false ego that I am the seer, or I am the enjoyer, is called offering obeisances. That is why the word namaha, obeisances, is added to mantras. So receiving the Spirit Master's mercy destroys the sinful mentality that I am the doer. Receiving the Spirit Master's mercy awakens the pride that I am the Lord's servant. Material pride, false ego, and all sinful mentalities are removed simply by his influence. I was not accustomed to worship my Spirit Master every day, but by his mercy I came to know that my only duty was to serve his lotus feet. It is everyone's duty to worship the self-realized spiritual master and follow in his footsteps. We should not follow the blind. The spiritual master is our only well-wisher, our only relative, and our only protector. Only by his mercy are we fortunate enough to know this. So after attaining the lotus feet of my spiritual master, I no longer maintained the mentality that without his service I have something else to do. When my spiritual master, who is the Lord's dearmost servant, mercifully imparted knowledge of Nandanandan's service to me to protect me from false ego, I realized that the living entities have no other duty than to gratify Krishna's senses. Nandanandan is the only worshipable Lord the life and soul and ornament of all living entities. The Spirit Master is extremely dear to that Nandanandan. An unqualified person like me cannot serve such a spiritual master with body, mind and speech. Yet my spiritual master, who is an ocean of mercy and affection, empowers me out of his countless mercy and treats me with an abundance of love. He is so merciful. If I can attain his mercy, if I can realize that I have no other well-wisher in this world, then simply by his causeless mercy I will be able to attain the qualification to engage in his service. He is pleased by affectionate service. On the day he bestows his causeless mercy on me and becomes pleased with me, I will properly understand Harikatha. Then nothing other than the service of Guru and Krishna will remain important to me. We should always pray to the Spirit Master to become qualified, to accept his causeless mercy and empowerment. There's nothing with which to compare the Spirit Master's mercy. I'm so unfortunate that I do not consider the Spiritual Master great. Although the Supreme Person of Godhead, Krishna, is controlled by his devotion, still I am unable to show gratitude for his causeless mercy on me. This wonderful glorification Prabhupada gives. Yes, any question or comments on? Yes.
Yesterday we were talking that we should serve the Guru even if he is not physically present here. How to do that?
How to serve Krishna? Is he here or is he not here?
He is here.
Sure? When Krishna is here, and the Spiritual Master is also here in the same way. The bona fide Spiritual Master. When we get rid of our false ego or the spirit of I am the enjoyer, I am the doer, when I take the position of I am useless without the mercy of Gurudev, I am not able to understand anything. Then I come to this conclusion. Then I take the position of a humble servant. Then you will see. When our mind is always focused on service of the Lord and Gurudev, whatever I do, he is present also. When I want. If I don't want, he will not be present. So he may not be always present because we would not have the capacity to tolerate. Or he will not be there. So as in other places is said in the Shastra, in Bhagavad Gita, as much as you surrender to me or surrender to me, I will reveal myself to you. You never experienced When you chant Hare Krishna or you're thinking sincerely, that the feeling, oh, he's seeing me, is there. Anybody has? It is very natural, very simple, actually. It's only complicated if we are too much, have our rules in the mundane world. Then it's very difficult. This is secondary, mundane conception of life. We have to do, whatever we do for Krishna. Whatever, even if it's duty, I'm going to do this or this in this world. But inside my heart, I must always understand, this is my duty, but I offer everything to the Lord, whatever I do. I don't want to be separated, even 1 second. Then you will see. Krishna is playing, Krishna and Guru playing hide and seek. Sometimes he will not be, but he will see you, but you will not recognize him. Sometimes he may give you a moment, like Guru Maharaj said, like a, what is it? Flash. Light comes. Oh, some feeling comes that maybe even tears come to. Then you may see, oh, this is it. And sometimes we may struggle. He may be, even if he's hankering, we feel like disconnected. But this hankering, he is also there. This is very nicely described in the divine pastimes of Radharani with Krishna and all the Brajabasis. And when this comes, this moment where we are find, oh, he is here now, just a moment maybe. Then we want always more of this. We want more. Then this is up to us. We want to become closer and closer. It's very confidential what I'm speaking. Sorry, but I don't know if I can speak like this openly. But it is like this. It is very simple. It's up to me. Nobody else, or nothing else has anything to do with. Nobody else can stop devotion. What do you want to say?
We would need to offer all results of our activities to Krishna. But the question is, for example, if I do something for job things, so sometimes it's successful, sometimes maybe not. So how to offer these things which were not successful?
No, you just do some duty. It's not what you are successful or not successful. It is a mundane conception. You just do your duty. Whatever is the result, it doesn't matter. It will not. You just go on your duty externally, but internally we want to always, Krishna, it did not work out as I wanted it. I may pray like this, or Gurudev, what can I do? It did not work out like this. Then automatically everything, you will not be disturbed. Because in this world nothing works perfect. Don't expect that you can become a perfect person out there. It will never be like this. And when you think like this, then you will get the hammer. You will suffer. Perfection means I have made a relation to my spiritual master. And if I have made this, then automatically Krishna is included. All, whatever it will step by step, it will manifest in me, where is my position, what is my duty there, where I belong to. This will all be revealed. And then this, whatever may have happened outside in your life, this will vanish, or it is just temporary to teach us. It's no other purpose. Because in this material world, whatever you attain, it will be lost sooner or later. You cannot build up on something external now. You do your duty, but we have to do our eternal duty. This is most important. If we have not connected ourselves with Guru and Gauranga and Krishna, then whatever you attain in this material world is useless. It will not make us happy. It is based on false ego, exploitation. And it will be taken away from us, whatever we may attain. Or we may not get it even, running whole life for something, but we will not get it. If you get everything in your material life, what you think, what you want to attain, then it is a curse. Who keeps you in this world and think, oh, I have a company, I have so much money, and I can buy everything. This is a curse. It's not a blessing. Was this answer? So what mentality should a sincere disciple have? Srila Prabhupada said, sincere disciples should be completely devoted to their Guru. They should know their spiritual master to be as good as God, and the only object of their love and devotion. The spiritual master is my eternal master, and I am his eternal servant. This is how a disciple thinks. Service to the spiritual master is a disciple's life, ornament and means of survival. Disciples do not know anything except their spiritual master. They always think of their spiritual master while eating, sleeping, dreaming, and serving. And we go to Prasad, then that is only how it tastes and how I can enjoy. Eating, dreaming, and serving. They are fully convinced that the spiritual master is the fully independent personality of Godhead. So even if you dream You must be in your dream also devotee. But he may attack you. You may be attacked there by so many things. But you are devotee. You're always dependent on Guru and the Lord, the Shingadev. Whenever we pray, we call out, "Hey, my Lord, the Shingadev." And even if you dream, you have to be a devotee there. A sincere disciple has the following mentality. Even if my spiritual master does not accept service from such an unqualified person as myself, I will always be prepared to render unalloyed service at his feet with body, mind and words. If he kicks me, I will think it is because of my incompetence. His kick will come because of my faults. He is always right. May temporary sense and desire not distract me from his service, even for a moment. My only prayer is that my spiritual master mercifully accepts my service. I pray never to fall into bad association or to fall away from his lotus feet. My only solace is that my spiritual master is more merciful to unqualified persons like me. With a desire to achieve his causeless mercy, I will become greedier for his service. It's very tough, Srila Prabhupada. But truth is truth. So you will not hear it. Ordinary, they will not speak at this stage here like this. Because most of them, they want to entertain us. They just want a story, nice stories, but the truth is truth. We have to go to understand reality as it is. Anyway, after this lecture, we can continue our... No problem. Krishna has given us freedom. We can decide. It is up to us. As we like, we can do. Including all the consequences, of course. If you have any question when I'm reading here, you just, if anything, maybe not clear. How do pure devotees respect their spiritual master? The spiritual master is known to ordinary people in one form, and to his intimate devotees in another. The pure devotees recognize their spiritual master as the supreme well-wisher, as most dear to Krishna. And that's the object of their love and devotion. The object of their eternal service and their life and soul. The spiritual master is most dear to and non-different from Krishna. It is not possible to achieve Krishna's service without serving the spiritual master. So only those who serve the spiritual master can be considered Vaishnavas. We cannot see the spiritual master's lotus feet with sinful eyes. considering the spiritual master an ordinary human being is hellish mentality. The spiritual master is not an insignificant creature. He is not an ordinary being, human being. He is the Supreme Lord and is very dear to the Lord. He is a great personality and exalted devotee. And Acharya, who can award Hari's holy names to others. So it's a very powerful personality. We should understand. But according to our devotion, according to our capacity, we will realize all these things. That's because it is very dangerous to argue on the level or argue with Gurudev, because we have not understood that he speaking is not his personal false ego, is not involved. He's speaking his service to his Gurudev. Otherwise, it is, if I sing, or some devotee or guru may sing, I am the speaker, and I can teach, and I can make disciples, and I am, then we should be careful. It is not like this. Everything is clear to you. It is clear, then we are all pure devotees. You bless me. So why our obstacles not destroyed and our desire not fulfilled? Srila Prabhupada says on this, because we think the spiritual master who is non-different from the Supreme Lord is a mortal being. Our current vision is full of faults. That is why we are unable to sincerely surrender to his lotus feet. We find ourselves in our present pathetic condition because we have transgressed the words of the Vedas, the Supreme Lord and the Bhagavad Gita, and considered the spiritual master a mortal being. The Vaishnavas belonging to a particular caste, and the Supreme Lord as made of material elements, stone, wood, or clay. This. Can you follow this? When we see him as a mortal being, or we see Krishna on the old door and think he is a stone, or clay, or wood, made of material elements. In the same way, the spiritual master, we think he is a mortal being. Then we have not understood. Then we will not get relation to him. Then it's not possible. So, when Guru Maharaj, last time I was every year in Vrindavan, Kartik month, and was very close to Gurudev. Then one day he went after Kartik. He went back to Puri. I remember there were many devotees around this taxi drive where he went inside. And all the young devotees were very enthusiastic. Gurudev and touching his feet, and so I felt also, but they did not let me. They were too over-enthusiastic. So, and I stood a little bit in the back with others. But he was looking at me all the time, and he was looking like, don't worry, something give me that he let me understood I will be with you like this. Then he left. And then just a few months in February, he left this world. So they called me from India and said, Gurudev has left the world here. But I could not find any difference. I felt like crying, like fainting. But actually he kept me, and I felt his presence so much, even much more than when he was standing next to me. So I could understand. I was not so disturbed after, because I know he is with me. He is not gone. He is not dying. He is not a mortal being. He stays with his devotees. So I felt like this. And I heard that so many devotees were so disturbed, but for me he did not die. And like this it is now 14 years he left. I think so. And this has not changed yet. Not a little. It's even more confidential, more. My relation is not different. It's much, goes further and deeper.
Wie entwickelt sich diese Beziehung zwischen Bewusstsein und Schwingung? Wie kann man da fortschreiten?
By developing faith, by understanding that, realizing that we are not dying, only the body, our mental conception, everything is taken away from us. But I, as a person, so I have to deal. When I'm realized in this world, I have to deal not with bodies. Maharaj was not like this. We should deal with our real self. And we have to come there. We have to, and how to get this? How we can, this is not a cheap thing. This is, it is the most expensive thing. but it's also the most simple thing. So when you want to know why I'm not connected, why I'm not on this, then we must just analyze ourselves. Why not? Because I have so many duties in the external world I identify with. So how can I change this when I use everything, whatever in my life happened, as a service to the Lord, to Gurudev? So if it's done for personal serving, then I'm separated. Then I become conscious of the material body, material world, mundane conception manifest. Then it's, we can decide ourselves. So, but it is not so easy. These things we have to go, and everything will be revealed to us in the heart, step by step. As we cannot cheat Krishna, or we cannot cheat Guru. It is not possible. He knows. He knows everything. He knows our plans. And he lets us do the okay you want to need. Then you have to learn. He will arrange things that you will get it, but you will also not get it. You will just see that in this material world nothing works as we want. There's no eternal happiness in this world. But we want this. We are forgetting. We have to see the whole picture. That this has a beginning and an end. So, whatever we do for personal interest, it will have no benefit for our spiritual life. But whatever we can do to please the Lord, please Guru, we come close to Him, or He comes closer to us. And one day this mundane concept, our life will evaporate or will vanish. Slowly we will lose taste. And we will develop very deep taste of sweetness, of the real home where we belong to. Who knows what position you have in the transcendental world? We do not know now, because we are still living in this mundane conception, and this mundane conception cannot help us to understand spiritual things. The deity of Krishna is not made of stone, wood, or clay. And we are not made, it's not our real identity that we are made of flesh and blood, rotting every day. This is material world. I'm always wondering, I clean my room so nicely, I try, but 2 days later, again it is dirty. It will not work that you clean something that it is clean. This is a mundane world. It is not, nothing is working as we want. So when you clean your flat or your whatever, then you always have to think in 2, 3 days it will be again. This is material world. It keeps us engaged. And we see this thing, this is normal. But in a spiritual plane it's not like this. Anything more to say? Otherwise, yeah. Time is over. No question today. So you're leaving tomorrow, but you come back quick.
Fast.
Yes.
1 month.
Yes. Very good. Makes your mind. Guys, Shri Gurudev Nitya Leela Pravishtam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Vicharya Stotasa Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Gurudev Nitya Leela Pravishtam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Vicharya Stotasa Srimad Bhakti Vaibhakti Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Itai Gaur Premanandi Manchakalpatarupiyascha Kripasindarupiyascha Vaishnavibhyo Namo